Ding, 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 ding! The Philippines Premier Drag Kiki Show is back for another fun-filled episode. Welcome to Bringing the Brand! Season 2, powered by Kumu. We are live every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. So please set your alarms because this is your fresh source of Drag Race Kiki every week. Maraming salamat po sa lahat na nag-screen record ng aming live stream at nagpo-post sa other platforms. Inuunahan nyo kami ha, kasi medyo nadidelay tayo ng konti sa pag-i-edit dahil pasaya ng pasaya yung mga conversations natin. But maraming salamat. So please guys, if you are gonna record any parts of this episode, i-share niyan sa social media dahil pinapanood namin yan and use the hashtag Brigading the Brand. So please, i-share nyo na yan by clicking the game icon below the screen and share this link to all the Drag Race Philippines fans. Speaking of icon, another icon to eh. In fairness naman talaga, batang-bata pa to pero iconic ang ating special guest for tonight. Dahil sigurado namang pinag-isipan at pinag-aralan at pinaghandaan at talaga namang kalkulado ang ating special guest tonight! And sa mga nanood last week, our past episode. Oh, thank you Supergirl Tin. Maraming salamat. Our past episode with the one and only Angel Galang is already up on my YouTube channel. So please panoorin niyo po yan. Kahapon lang yan nilabas. Alam kong sobrang yung hinintay yan para maging available sa YouTube. So kung i-share niyo yan, yung mga parts niyan, use the hashtag Brigading the Brand. Okay, game na! Let's go! Today is extra special dahil makakasama natin ang isa pang napakagaling na host, the host of Bekinamen, and nag-iisang Filipino drag supernova, Mix Chanel.
Yes, hello. I'm so excited. Hello, welcome to me. I'm your calculated queen, Mix Chanel. Hi, Briggs. I'm so excited to be here today.
Thank you, Mix, for joining me today. How are you?
It's been a crazy 24 hours. Ang dami kong mga nasa inbox zone pa. A lot of people have been sending their love because of last night's episode. But I'm very happy.
I'm very happy to see you. Naalala ko lang last 2 weeks ago, I tweeted about Mix Chanel's face. The beautiful face of Mix Chanel. Grabe. Can we close up or i-focus natin yung mukha ni Mix Chanel? Sobrang ganda ng make-up.
Ano lang tayo, soft lang tayo for today. Glinda-glinda lang.
Oo, glinda-glinda lang tayo. And ako, I'm feeling my Elfie fantasy today as well.
Palakihan tayo ng ball gown, no?
Oo nga eh, di ba?
Ano tayo?
Festival.
50% set, 50% gown.
Oo nga, at least balance, di ba?
Correct.
Isang light color, isang dark color, and neutral color yung set natin. Mix Chanel, sobrang ganda ng episode last night. I really can say na after Snatch Game, etong Rusical yung best episode sa buong season 3. How do you feel about the episode last night?
Honestly, ito yung episode na, I won Ru Badge na episode 2, pero honestly, episode 6 yung pinaka hinihintay ko. Kasi aside from, what I talked about on the runway, I had so much fun. Doing the Rusical, especially after, bottom era natin ng 3 weeks. Getting into the Rusical and parang feeling like return to form in the competition. Kahit na hindi ako nanalo, I was just so happy about the episode. And of course, I think Zimba really worked hard. Me and Zimba really worked hard in our scene together. So I was so happy that she won.
Paano nangyari yun? Like, did you practice? Kasi yung scene ninyo na tina-transform mo siya, yung popular part ng song, ang ganda-ganda nun, as in, promise. Sobrang beautiful, sobrang connected yung mga antics mo sa antics niya, yung mga nuances na you both are working together. Did you rehearse on your own?
Actually, no rehearsal with Teacher Cecil, which was the on-camera rehearsal. Yeah. Individual namin yung ginawa. Tapos we just choreographed the ensemble scenes. Pero yung scenes namin, even if kasama ko si Zimba, I only got to rehearse it by myself. Tapos in my hotel room, inusog ko yung kama to the side. Tapos nirehearse ko yung buong yung buong dire-diretsong song yan, it's like a
Yeah.
20-minute song. Nirehearse ko siya mag-isa maybe like 20 to 30 times on my own in the hotel room, trying to figure out kumbaga parang how to incorporate Zimba in the scene. Tapos nung nakapag-rehearse na kami together, as in talaga kinausap ko siya, Zimba, I really wanna do this with you. I really want us to feel the song together. And I think in that rehearsal, yung sa pag-practice namin dalawa ng scene na yun, I think we were really able to build a deeper connection as people through our characters.
I love it. Ang ganda. Sobrang nag-resonate sa amin yung story nung Wicked. And congratulations for being one of the top queens again this week.
Okay na ako doon, basta hindi nanganganib ang buhay.
Oo, totoo Kasi sa Drag Race, kapag ka maging safe ka or top, basta wala ka sa bottom 3, you feel so good and
Yes.
parang happy ka na makaka-survive ka ng another week.
Correct, nakainom na ako ng matiwasay sa antak. Kasi sabi ko, at least hindi na ako nanganib mag-lip sync this
At saka
time.
nanonood ka talaga nung nag-away si Kiana. Yung mga reactions mo doon, kitang-kita namin.
Girl, alam mo yung parang first time kong bumalik ng antak ng maluwag sa kalooban ko.
Wala
As in,
kang iniisip.
Wala kang iniisip. Sabi ko, okay na ako. Alam mo yung parang, pwede na ako mag-enjoy, ganyan. Tapos bigla silang nag-start magsagutan talagang. Alam mo yung parang, parang, oh my God, nasa Drag Race ako ba in a happy way? Parang, ano nangyayari? Safe, top ako tonight, tapos may chismis. Wow, birthday ko ba? Charot.
Oy, napansin ko parang lagi kang tagapagtanggol ng mga inaapi or inaaway sa antak. Kay Yudi Puta, yung mga regional queens natin, and then last night kay Kiana, kay Tita Baby din, you were defending them. Saan ang galing tong ganitong personality mo of taking care of other girls na parang inaapi or kino-call out?
Naniniwala kasi ako that we should celebrate people when it's their time. I'm a big believer in karma. I'm a big believer in the cycle of energy na kung ano yung nilalabas mo babalik sa'yo. And ako, naniniwala kasi ako na pag oras ng iba, let's give them their flowers. When it's people's turn to be celebrated, let's celebrate them. Para these are the same people that pag ikaw naman, sila celebrate ka din. Because if you put other people down, ganun din yung gagawin sa'yo. And naniniwala talaga ako doon. So, I try as much as I can, parang basta nag-resonate siya sa akin. Ayoko din naman maging plastic kasi babalik din yon. But when I feel like it's someone's time, and they're being parang, sineselebrate sila ng judges, and I think they should be parang, for me, siya din yung top ngayon. I really will go out of my way to celebrate them and give them the flowers that they deserve.
Wow! Ang galing. Ang beautiful talaga ng mga moments mo sa Drag Race, especially sa Untucked. And I really, really appreciate that na meron kang ganong klase ng storyline and arc dun sa show. Also, speaking of celebration, congratulations being the winner of our Design Challenge Rubaj, Episode 2. Did you expect that?
I was hoping for it, pero hindi ko naman siya automatically ine-expect. Pinaghirapan din talaga siya. Ang hindi nakita ng mga tao, actually may naka-clock dun sa eksena ng agawan. Wala akong nakuha from there.
Okay.
Kasi syempre kinuha ni Versex kalahati na nung pile. Tapos, mas nanggigil yung mga bakla makipag-agawan. Pagka-dive kong ganon, may naramdaman agad akong gumasgas sa braso ko. Kasi we're wearing unconventional materials, hindi naman yan may iwasan. May naramdaman ako, so ang first instinct ko, pumiglas, lumayo. And then nakita ko, andun na sila lahat. Tapos parang ako, okay, sige, dito na lang ako. Sa side kit na lang tayo for
tumayo ka lang
today's
dun sa
video.
gilid.
Oo. So that was the first struggle that I dealt with during that challenge. Pero onting palimos, parang onting, girl, kung hindi mo gagamitin yung trash bag, hinihingi ko yung lalagyan, parang, ate, kung hindi mo gagamitin yung lalagyan ng basura mo, pwede bang kunin ko na yung trash bag na lang mismo? So I started from there. And then pasimpleng ikot sa workroom, pasimpleng, parang walang pumapansin dito, kunin natin
Parang
yan.
walang gagamit ito.
Oo, parang diniscard na nila. So dun ako naghanap ng materials. And it was a very tight competition. Nakita ko
True.
yung ginawa ni Yudi, nakita ko yung ginawa ni Kiana, nakita ko din ginawa ni Zimba. As in, parang for me, lang ako, I would have been happy to be safe. And then when it was awarded to me, parang feeling ko in a way, ayun nga, redemption siya for my drag family. Kasi talagang I saw, at least in real time, nung lumabas yung episode, I saw how greatly it affected both Ovi and Eva because they were at the viewing parties during that time. And nakita ko talaga yung parang naging effect nito sa kanila emotionally. And parang I felt very proud in that moment kasi if you have the House of Ding, if you have your daughters,
Yeah.
I have Drag Playhouse.
Right.
Kasi sila talaga yung nag-ampun sa akin. 3 months into doing drag in my bedroom in the pandemic,
Yeah.
I had really no one else. I had no other drag friends. And Drag Playhouse yung nag-ampun sa akin.
And binanggit mo dun na na parang Evil Queen, my mother, we have our first Rue badge. Ang ganda nun na binigyan mo ng glory and honor. Nag-pay homage ka talaga dun sa parents, sa mother mo na si Evil Queen. Napag-usapan din namin nung last episode niya here na very happy siya and grateful nung una, di ba parang ang post niya is you don't have to do that. Take all the credit for all your hard work inside the show. But sobrang ganda nung ginawa mo na yun kasi sobrang important nung messaging na yun na supporting each other. Tulungan tayo dito sa community natin. Kasi
Yes.
hindi na siya madali ngayon, ha?
Correct. And
Promise.
congratulations sa inyo. The House of Ding also has their first Rue badge now.
Thank you. Oo nga, last night, nanalo si Zimba. Sinabi niya rin na, Mama, meron na tayong first Rue badge. So, parang oo nga, no? Hindi ko naman sinabi kay Zimba na, kailangan may Rue badge ka dyan, ha? Actually, parang shady nga yun, eh. Yung sa'yo, ang ganda ng pagkakasabi mo, sinabi mo kasi siya sa judges panel. Yung kay Zimba sa confessional, parang finid pa sa kanya yon. Hindi, gusto ko lang kalkalin yung part na connected yung sari-sari look mo dun sa iyong design challenge. Pinlano mo ba yon? Or paano siya pumasok sa isip mo na, ay, pagko-connectin ko yung dalawang looks na yon in the same episode? Kasi parang feeling ko mas mahirap yun, ha? Kasi parang, okay, paano ko i-connect tong design challenge ko to my previous look instead of just creating a new one with what you have?
So for the sari-sari store look kasi, nung nakuha ko yung brief for the sari-sari store na parang use unconventional materials, use recycled materials, parang nag-click na agad sa utak ko na, para siyang design challenge. So during the preparations pa lang, I treated it as a design challenge na for myself kasi I am able to make my own looks. Marunong ako manahe, pero mostly marunong akong mag-work with unconventional materials. I've always been crafty. Laging ako pinapagalitan ng bata ako ng kalat-kalat ng bahay kasi kung ano-anong ginugupit ko, ganyan. So I treated that as a design challenge. And my drag aesthetic has always been informed by comics, by anime, by cartoons, superheroes. Kasi ako yung batang babad sa TV.
Yeah.
And kumbaga parang for me, drag is my way to be the superheroes, the strong female figures I always admired. So yun yung naging story yun kung bakit superhero yung sari-sari store look ko. And yun nga, ginawa ko siya not knowing na it would be part of a ball. So, I guess siguro nakatulong yan na sa akin siya nanggaling. Like, brainchild ko talaga yung first look na yon. And then, nung sinabi na trash ball, una kong pinuntahan yung wigs ko. Parang, syempre kasi may dala akong a couple extra wigs na isa nga made it to the most recent episode. But I was looking at my wigs, tapos naghanap ako inspiration, and then nag-click sa akin, parang may isang, yun yung ponytail, tsaka yung green wig ni Zimba from this most recent episode, yung options ko for the hair. Sabi ko, ay parang papunta tayong super villain. So sabi ko, perfect, bagay yan, kasi kakatapos ko lang nung look. So parang it kind of just happened, but at the same time, siguro ayun, naging mas madali sa akin i-connect siya kasi parehas ko siyang brain children.
O, diba? Thinking queen talaga. Calculated queen talaga.
Hindi ko siya pinlano in advance. Naisip ko lang siya in the moment.
Yun na nga. Ibig sabihin talagang nag-iisip siya right then. Present siya talaga dun sa moment. Pero, gusto ko naman kamustahin. How did you feel about being in the bottom sa hosting challenge? For sure, very, very, very mahirap yun.
Yes.
Lalo na, di ba sinabi mo na parang right, yun yung alley mo talaga, hosting. And we've been seeing you hosting viewing parties, reviews, Bikini Men, for a very long time. How did you feel about nung pinapanood mo na?
So, for the viewers kasi it happens weekly, di ba? Pero ang Drag Race filming period, wala naman tayo 1 week in between episodes.
Right.
So when we filmed episode 4, that was fresh off of episode 3 then. So I came from winning the challenge to having to lip sync for my life and being the first person to send someone home. So it really shook me mentally and emotionally. Tapos syempre, nalungkot pa ako na nagiging close ko si Ver at that time. Tapos siya pa yung napauwi ko. So parang I was super talagang nauga ako. Um, I was very mentally and emotionally not there during the competition at that time. Nung una, I was expecting na hosting challenge to parang at least somewhat familiar. Pero I think masyado pang mabigat yung emotional weight of what just happened to me in my mindset at that time. Kaya hindi ako nakapag-perform. And I think, I'm thankful din naman na nag-translate sa viewers na I underperformed not because I'm a bad host, but I underperformed because I was having a very bad day.
Alam mo, I can relate. I can totally relate to that. Kasi nung episode 3, yun yung girl group challenge ng season 1. Nung episode 2, kami nag-away ni Minty Fresh sa Antak. So, nung kinagabihan na yun, medyo nalasing. Wow, medyo nalasing. Ah, medyo lasing talaga ako nung episode 2 Antak na yun. Tapos nangyari yun. So, pag uwi ko ng hotel, sabi ko, oh my God, anong ginawa ko? Ano kayang mangyayari? Paano to i-edit out? Pagdating ng airing, baka mamaya sobrang sama ako, baka isipin ng mga tao, ganito, ganyan, ganito,
Oo,
ganyan.
yun din kasi habang nangyayari competition, iniisip mo din yun parang paano siya lalabas?
Yeah.
Meron din yun. Tapos ilang buwan mo pa yung dadalhin.
Oo, tapos nagkaroon nung third episode na parang i-rank mo yung mga queens mo. So parang sobrang lost ko nung episode na yun. Pero nanalo pa rin yung group namin. Pero yun nga, sobrang nakaka-affect yung sobrang mental game. Sobrang
Yes.
mental game ng Drag Race Philippines. Hindi siya madali.
Yun yung I think, ayun yung parang isa rin sa maiisip ko. People know me as I review and recap Drag Race and parang feeling ng mga tao, aral na aral ko na yung competition. But one thing you're never gonna be prepared for is yung mental game. The mental game of Drag Race. And not just the mental game of being in a competition setting, but the mental game of being away from home.
Yeah.
Wala
True.
ka sa wala ka sa loved ones mo. Yung mga taong araw-araw mong kausap to seek advice, seek comfort, or seek parang kahit GV, wala, they're all out of your reach. As in, wala
Yeah.
ka talagang ibang makausap, maliban sa mga kapwa mo competitors, which, alam mo yun, even though nag-form kayo ng sisterly bond, competitors mo pa rin sila. There's
Yeah.
still that barrier.
Yeah. Aww, I feel so. Pero congratulations again for making it to the top sa last episode. May background ka ba sa theater? Kasi sobrang ganda talaga ng ginawa mo kagabi.
Yes. So, double major ako nung college. I took information design and theater arts yung second course ko.
Oh, wait. So, double degree ka?
Yes.
Wow. Ilang taon ka na, if you don't mind?
27.
27 double degree?
Yes.
Wow! Oh my God! That's major.
Ano siya? Major dalawa.
Major. Oo.
Ano kasi siya, they're both in the fine arts department.
Yeah.
So, hindi na, kumbaga, compared to pag mag-take ako ng isang course sa isang department and then another course sa ibang department, less units na yung kailangan ko idagdag. So, natapos ko siya in 5.5 years, yung dalawang course.
Oh, wow. Pasabog. Kaya naman pala thinking queen. Nag-aral ng 5.5 years. I love it. I love that for you.
Thank
I
you.
love that for you. Also, very, very special moment last night was you telling us about your diagnosis.
Yes.
You're so brave in sharing with the whole world what happened to you and your story. How did you feel about that while you're in the competition?
When I auditioned pa lang for Drag Race, actually one of the interviews, kasi we're asked the question parang, ano yung secret mo na hindi alam ng mga tao? And that's really, as a person na medyo open book ako, yun lang talaga yung parang, piling-pili lang tao sa buhay ko may alam. Nasabi nga ni Eva, kahit siya hindi alam eh. And nung tinanong sa akin yun, na-bring up ko siya, kasi it's really my only secret. And for a long time, I felt guilty about keeping it a secret kasi, ayun nga, HIV awareness advocate ako. Pero parang, ba't ganun? Kung ano yung pinaglalaban ko, hindi ko masabi na part pala ako nun. So I felt guilty about that for the longest time. And ayun na, nakapasok ng Drag Race. During prep pa lang, matagal ko na siyang pinag-iisipan. Matagal ko nang parang dinedebate sa sarili ko kung sasabihin ko ba to. Kasi one, parang magiging public information siya eh. Kumbaga parang, hi, I'm Mixionel, I'm a drag artist, I'm 27 years old, I live in Marikina, I'm HIV positive. Kumbaga parang magiging part siya ng kung ano yung alam ng mga tao about you,
Yeah.
even on a kahit name basis lang, magiging part siya nun. And hindi ko alam how I felt about that. And until now, pinaprocess ko pa siya na ngayong
Yeah.
lumabas na siya. Pero kasi naisip ko parang, iilan lang ba kaya kaming mga kaya magkwento nun sa Drag Race? Iilan lang ba kaming kayang buhatin yung community na yun with us? And as someone who was very fortunate with their diagnosis and their treatment, parang naisip ko, it's time to pay it forward na dahil swerte ako at hindi naman kami lahat ganon, responsibility ko now with the platform that I'm given. Nationwide. Worldwide, the Philippines' biggest drag competition, ang daming nanonood internationally. And I just felt na parang responsibility ko to now. It's my responsibility to uplift my community.
Alam mo, ang ganda ng ginawa mo kagabi kasi actually hindi ako nalungkot, or I don't know, ako personally hindi ako nalungkot for you, hindi ako naawa. I felt so empowered. I felt so strong na these kind of conversations, ito yung kailangan nating marinig ngayon. Ito yung mga conversations na kailangan nating mapag-usapan to end the stigma. And that's what you've been asking. And that's what yun yung ina-advocate mo, to end the stigma that people living with HIV are normal people, are beautiful people, are talented people. So, grabe, sobrang empowering nung ginawa mo kagabi. And thank you for your courage.
Thank you. I really believe kasi representation matters. And ako, ayun nga, for me kasi, I was working with Love Yourself
Yeah.
dati. I was working with Love Yourself before. So parang, alam ko na yung siyensya. I'm well informed about it. So nung time na na-diagnose ako, talagang kalmado lang, parang, okay, anong kailangan natin gawin? What's our next step? Kasi alam ko na. But for the people that don't, hindi ko ma-imagine yung takot na naramdaman nila pag nalaman nila yon. And there's not a lot of visibility kasi sa Filipino media na hindi ginagawang kawawa, na hindi ginagawang ape, na hindi ginagawang tragedy, mamatay pa sa mga kwento, ganyan.
Yeah.
Wala tayong we don't have a lot of positive representation of PLHIV on Filipino media. And especially in that moment, tinanong din ako parang, our Rusical is about discrimination. Mick Chanel, have you ever in your life faced something about discrimination? Ganyan, ganyan. Nung moment na yun, doon na siya nag-click sa akin na kailangan ko magpakitang malakas ako. Kahit na I have the virus. Even if I'm a person living with HIV, ito yung opportunity ko. I had a good showing on this episode and I can have a good showing for my community na eto kami dito kami, malakas. Buhay na buhay pa din.
Palakpakan natin si Mick Chanel. I love what you did. And palakpakan, grabe. Clearly, this is becoming the best season yet of Drag Race Philippines. Totoo, every episode is iconic and lahat talaga kayo, ang ganda ng storytelling ng lahat ng life ninyong lahat. Grabe. I'm so proud to see you on the show, Mick Chanel. I love it.
Thank you.
I love it.
Super, itong the past 24 hours, grabe din yung response ng mga tao and sorry na. I know I said I didn't want to cry when I tell the story, but now kasi hindi ko mapigilan yung maging emotional kasi there's been a lot of people reaching out. And part of those are people coming out to me about it. And there's a lot of people na parang, I've been living with the virus for how many years? Yung iba, more than a decade na. And they're telling me how inspiring it was to see me represent myself well and open up about it on the main stage. And may mga tao nga na parang, I saw a few people na, I have a relative, I have a friend that passed away from it. And sabi nila parang, alam mo, sana naabutan ka nila. Kasi sabi nila parang, feeling ko kung nakita ka nila, baka lumakas pa yung loob nila. And that's really parang, sobrang validating nun na I did it for the impact. Alam ko in that moment kung ano yung epekto nito sa community namin. And just for people to validate me in that way, parang na-validate yung purpose ko kung bakit ko siya ginawa. And I just hope that I'm able to inspire other people like me to further louden their voices in representing the community. Kasi hindi pwedeng ako lang. Hindi pwedeng ako lang, hindi pwedeng matapos sa akin
Yeah.
yung conversation.
I'm sure. I think may nakita pa nga ako sa isang story na parang because of you, dahil ang dami nilang excuses na tinatamad sila or busy sila sa work, nagpa-test sila and kumuha sila ng mga further medications to protect themselves. So, thank you. Sobrang powerful ng ginawa mo.
Thank
I have
you.
so many friends and very, very close people sa akin na may mga pinagdadaanan din and go through the same situation na I hope na maging better sila. And for sure, by watching you and yung ginawa mo kagabi, girl,
Thank
sobrang
you.
laking change nun. Lalo dito sa Philippines. Grabe. Sa mga kailangan ng tulong or needs help, baka you can help them. Saan sila pinakamabilis lumapit?
Yes, actually sobrang dami na nating organizations now. We have Love Yourself, Red Whistle, Hash Sale. If you need the medication, it's available for you. Madaling onting Google lang yan, onting search lang yan, it's available for you.
Most
And
of it is free, di ba?
yes, most of it is free. Ako,
Yeah.
I don't have to pay for my medication.
Yeah.
It's available for you and there's really power in testing. Hindi dapat yung test yung katakutan nyo kasi kung ano mga result niyan lalabas yan. Whether it's positive or negative, sa test lalabas yan. But there is power in knowing.
Yes.
Kasi at least, 'di ba, parang if it comes out as negative, you can take the next steps how to protect yourself further.
Right.
And if it comes out as positive, at least you know now and you can start your actions now.
Taking care of yourself. Palakpakan natin si Vic Chanel. Maraming salamat. Grabe. You are a very, very powerful queen. I love what you did there. Congratulations again, Mix. Before we proceed on our next program, mag-game muna tayo.
Okay, let's do this.
Mag-cheers nga muna tayo doon. Grabe. Palakpakan natin ulit si Vic Chanel. Sobrang inspiring. I love our guest. I love our show. I love our show because I think that's the point of doing this show is to inspire people, makinig sa mga story ng mga guests natin, who they really are before coming to Drag Race, what they really believe in, and I'm very, very happy to have you here today, Mick Chanel. Alam mo yan. Alam mo yan.
Thank you,
Okay.
Hindi kasi kakatapos lang ng cake. And alam ko marami tayong pinag-chismisan backstage.
Oo, dami namin chikahan ni Mick Chanel. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Ang ating next segment is what we call Say Mo. We will flash photos and videos.
Ala, parang chismis to.
Oo. From your whole life. So, ang sasabihin
Oh
mo lang
my
is
God.
if it's approved or disapproved. Kung
Approved or
approved,
disapproved?
kasi diba ito yung mga ginagamit ninyo sa Bikini. So if it's approved, ang kakantahin mo ay, kakantahan mo kami ng kahit anong kanta. Maiba lang or ano, bigyan mo kami ng isang, ano ba, isip tayo ng something.
Ala.
Ginawang sige, bigyan mo lang kami ng Broadway musical na babagay din sa song.
Okay, sige.
Ay, sa photo or dun sa moment natin.
Okay, sige.
And then kung disapprove, tell us why.
Nakabahan ako kasi lip syncer ako for a reason eh. Charot.
And then yung ano na lang, yung musical na babagay dun sa moment. Title na lang, wag ka nang kumanta, okay?
Okay.
Lip syncer ka kasi.
Baka malaman nila yung hidden talent ko.
Nako, top guard naman si Vic Chanel dito sa part na to. But sige, let's do this. Our first photo is... Oh, recent lang to last year.
Yes.
I was never short of strong female figures to look up to growing up because I was raised by two very tenacious women. Happy Mother's Day, Mama Win Pascual and Tita D, Annalisa Pascual. Who are they?
Approved.
Approved, of course.
So this is my mom and her cousin na so bunso kasi ako sa apat. And yung parents ko were family business kami ng shoes dati sa Marikina nung malakas pa yung industriya. So my parents were very busy with, the business and apat na bata yung pinapaaral nila. So katandem ng parents ko na sa pagpapalaki sa akin is yung tita ko. And ayun, I don't know kung may contribution ba yung meron akong two sisters and two mother figures in my life kung bakit ako naging bakla. But,
Bakla ka ba?
ay, depende sa TF. Charot. Ayun, parang, I don't know if that contributed anything, but ayun, hindi ako nakulangan ng strong female figures in my life na titingalain. And I'm just so happy na I had 2 moms growing up.
If I may ask, how's your father?
My father passed away when I was in second year high school.
Okay. Was
So,
he very accepting?
Close kami nung dad ko kasi ako yung ako yung carbon copy niya. Ako yung parang baby version niya.
Ooh.
But hindi pa ako, I hadn't come to terms with my queerness nung time na namatay siya. So he never really got to know this side of me. But my moms have been very accepting.
I love. Ang saya
Magpinsan po sila, hindi po tibo yung nanay ko.
Wala naman pong tatanong ko,
wala
sure
naman
ba
pong-
tayong walang relasyon
Oo,
sila?
wala naman pong mali doon, pero magpinsan po sila.
I love it. Thank you. Okay, because why? May tibo kasi tayo sa staff. sa career
Wala
natin.
pong mali sa pagiging tibo, hindi lang po yung
Hindi lang
dalawang
po yung
nanay
dalawang
ko.
nanay mo, no? I love it. Okay, if it's gonna be a musical, anong ang i-offer mo sa ating
Lalayo pa ba tayo? Punta na tayo sa For Good from Wicked.
For good. I have been changed for good.
Yes.
I love that song. Yeah, tama. I love it. Okay, game. Next photo or next video. Feature story number 106. Humans of Ateneo. Drag queens are not just entertainers. They're people too. Sean Landayan, fictional non-binary superstar in 2021.
Oh my God. Pag nakikita ko yung mukha ko dyan, parang wow, ang baby ko pa dyan. Like drag baby pa siya dyan. Lambot-lambutan era. Charot.
Ganda mo, oh. Ganda mo
Thank
dyan.
you. Ayun, I am from, graduate ako ng Ateneo. Just like si AJ dyan. Graduate ako ng Ateneo and hindi pa ako nagda-drag talaga noon. Dress up, costume nung time ko sa school. But Ateneo has really embraced me as an alumni na drag performer now. And eto, parang minessage lang nila ako that they wanted to feature me. I think pandemic campaign nila to. They just wanted to feature parang relevant students or alumni. And ito yung time na kakapanalo ko ng spotlight or a few months after. And ayun, just wanted to, isa yun sa mga advocacies ko din na parang a lot of people see drag queens kasi as para tayong entertainers, para tayong clowns na they think kailangan lagi tayong GV, kailangan laging lighthearted.
Patawa.
Oo, patawa lang. And there's parang a big part of the art is the person, the artist behind it. And we have a lot of personal stories to tell that inform our art. So yun lang yung gusto kong parang parating sa mga tao na hindi po kami clown, mukha lang. Charot.
May mga mukhang clown lang talaga.
Sino yun?
Pero
Charot.
tayo magagandang clown tayo.
Correct,
Oo.
correct.
You mentioned here non-binary drag superstar. So, kailan mo na figure out that your pronouns are non-binary or they and them?
So sobrang curious kong tao ever since. Tapos I think it was 2013 before ako mag-college na syempre bakasyon, wala akong magawa in my life. Super nag-research ako about hindi pa uso yung term na soji nun.
Yeah.
Wala pang term na soji nun. But I was so interested in like the different kinds of gender identities in the spectrum. Tapos doon ko unang narinig yung non-binary. And ever since, parang tumatak siya sa akin. Though there was a time nung college na I did explore being trans femme. I explored, yung nagpahaba ako ng buhok, as in bilat-bilatan ako.
Kaya pala ang haba ng buhok mo dito.
Oo nga, natural yan. Tubong anit.
Yan ba yun?
Hindi, Kimi. May time nung college na I presented as trans feminine. And although it did resonate with me for a time, na-enjoy ko siya, na-realize ko na a lot of it I was doing for other people. Parang ito yung gusto makita ng ibang tao sa akin. Tapos nung nagpagupit na ako, as in impulse decision, sabi ko, pagupitin ko na lahat ng buhok ko. Nung maiksi na siya ulit, I felt like myself, more myself again. So doon ko na-realize na, okay, hindi ako babae. I don't see myself as male or female.
Non-binary.
Yes.
And they do exist.
Correct.
Okay, they do exist. So please let's respect them. But your pronouns are they and them, tama?
Yes. I don't mind he, him out of drag. I don't mind she, her in drag. Kasi girl, kahit ako naman, oh my God, I'm a her. Charot.
Right.
But parang, I like using they, them for representation ulit. Parang,
Right, yeah.
i-normalize natin gamitin yung they, them as a singular pronoun.
Yeah, ako din, I don't mind being called as him or her as long as it's with respect. I
Correct.
will take that.
Correct.
Right? Okay, next. The next photo natin. Okay, game. Bikini Man! Bikini Man! This is Bikini Man Podcast with Baus Rufo. How did you start doing this Bikini Man Podcast? Kaninong idea to?
So, magkakilala kami ni Baus from improv school. So, after ko kasing graduate ng college, nag-enroll ako sa improv workshops. Doon ko na meet si Baus. And then, nung pandemic, parang very strong kasi on community building yung school na yon. So, nagkaroon kami ng
Anong
parang...
school to?
Third World Improv. It's a school. It's the improv workshop school that was put up by Spit Manila.
Okay. School pala siya.
Not physical, as in, nag-rent lang din sila ng
Parang
venues. but it's
workshop group of
workshop
improv
schools siya.
artists.
So, doon kami nag-meet ni Baus. And then, since we're very big on community, nagkaroon ng parang Drag Race fans chapter nung students nung pandemic. So, may time na nag-watch parties kami sa Discord or online, tapos nag-discussions kami about the episodes. And then, noong 2021, si Baus kasi just started freelancing also. Nag-leave siya ng agency job niya, nag-start siya maging content creator, freelancer. Ako, ayun, pa-start din ako sa drag noon. Naging conversation lang namin na one time, parang, what if what if yung discussions natin gawin nating podcast? And then ayun, nag-evolve siya from there. We did podcasting. I think we started with UK season 3. Tapos hanggang sa nung nag-level 1 na nung 2022. Alala ko yun, months after nyong mag-film yun. Naisip lang namin na parang, why not tayo, since nakapag-build naman kami ng kahit paano following na isa sa mga original following namin, empleyado ko na now. We build a little bit of a loyal following. Tapos sabi namin, why don't we make an event? As in, parang a treat for the fans, a treat for the people that follow us. Nood tayo ng Drag Race together. Kasi hindi pa super uso yung Drag Race viewings dito.
At all, actually.
Ang meron lang tayong viewing party pag Manny Pacquiao fight, di ba?
Or Miss Universe.
Pag Miss Universe, yun lang ang viewing parties natin. So at that time, sabi natin, may mga listeners naman tayo, marami naman yung, according to statistics, marami namang from Metro Manila. Gawa tayo na event for them. Tapos ayun, kumagat, pumatok, and then isa-isa na namin kayong kinukuha na cast from season 1.
Yes!
It evolved from
invited
there.
I invited ako doon sa mga unang viewing parties nila sa Banana.
White Banana.
White Banana.
Yes. Yung time na may puno pang nakaharang sa view.
Wala na ba ngayon?
Hindi ko lang I haven't been to the venue in a while.
Pero in fairness, yung time na yun, sobrang saya ko kasi finally may gumagawa na ng viewing parties kasi nung nag-US ako, ang daming ganyan. Halos
diba?
lahat ng gay clubs sa US and sa ibang parts of the world, may viewing parties talaga pag may Drag Race. Pero since kasi wala pa tayong Drag Race Philippines back at that time and we never anticipated na magkakaroon ng Drag Race Philippines, sobrang happy na ako as a drag artist ng time na yun na, finally may gumagawa na. So thank you for starting that. And then, sobrang sumikat tong viewing parties at lahat ng mga bakla nag-aagawan at talagang gustong-gustong makapag-guest at makapag-perform sa viewing parties ninyo, di ba?
Yes. Ano lang siya, naging parang nag-evolve lang siya from a simple idea na parang, gawa lang tayo event. Tapos nag-evolve lang siya from there. And I'm happy now na marami nang gumagawa ng viewing parties because that just means mas maraming baklang nasasweldohan, mas maraming safe spaces na develop. Right. So parang kami, we never saw it as a competition nung marami nang gumagawa din. Parang for us, it's like, ang happy naman ito, ang dami na natin now.
Actually, yung viewing party ng Divine Divas na D-Intervention is inspired by them. Sa kanila. Inspired talaga ako from them. Bikini Man was so successful nung nagkaroon ng Drag Race Philippines and I'm part of that, Precious Paulo Nicole and Venus Ilax. Sabi ko sa kanila, mga sis, kailangan magkaroon tayo ng sarili nating viewing party. Kasi syempre, hindi naman kayang i-cater ng isang venue or isang
Oo.
event ang lahat ng drag
Correct,
artists.
exactly.
Diba? So sabi ko, it's just right na magkaroon tayo ng sarili natin.
Exactly. Ngayon
So,
nga, hatian tayo ng cast every week eh.
Diba? So,
And ano lang siya, ang happy kasi, ayun nga, mas maraming, there's more spaces now for
visibility
entertainers.
for drag.
Oo, tsaka hindi na tayo, unlike nung pre-pandemic na parang iilang bars lang, nag-aagawan pa yung mga bakla sa slot sa pag-perform. Ngayon parang, ang dami ng venues, ang dami ng nga ring clubs, for example, Rampa and Crib.
Yeah.
Ang dami ng bagong places for queens to perform and sobrang happy niyang makita.
Sobrang importante niya na may mga ganito tayong venues and events kasi ito yung bumubuhay sa drag community.
Correct, exactly.
Diba? Dati naghihintay lang tayo na mabook tayo sa mga Christmas parties or mga events, pero ngayon we drag queens create the platforms for other drag queens and the community, and that's one special thing.
And isa yun sa mga favorite kong aspects na yung drag queens yung gumagawa ng events. Kasi tayo, alam natin kung ano yung gusto natin. Pag talent tayo, we know how we want to be treated.
Right.
And when drag queens create events, mas, kumbaga, nabibigyan nating pansin yung kung ano yung backstage situation ng mga bakla, and mas nabibigyan nating tuon yung ano ba yung gusto ng fans,
Queen's
ano ba yung
care.
Correct. So, ayun, ang happy na ngayon tayo na yung gumagawa ng sarili nating events. Hindi na tayo naghihintay ng mga bookings lang.
Right, Shrian. So sa mga nag-iisip na may competition between these viewing parties or events, wala po. Mukha lang meron pag paunahan mag-post ng sold out. Mukha lang meron.
Siyempre,
Pero kasi, di ba, proud ka na sold out yung event
correct,
mo.
bragging rights mo na rin yun. Pero,
Oo.
as in, it's just a win for everyone. The more
Right.
events we have for drag queens to perform in, mas maganda.
True. Pero wala talaga yan. Kasi ang win ng isang part of our community is win nating lahat.
Correct. Tsaka at least now, kumbaga kung dati pahirapan maghanap kung saan ka manonood, ngayon ikaw na bahala, andyan na lahat ng choices, mauna ka. Kung saan ka na lang makakuha ng ticket, di ba?
Kung saan ka na lang mas malapit.
Correct.
Oo. May tanong ako, Mix. How do you feel coming into the competition na eto na, can even host ka na and nagre-review ka ng Drag Race, international and local Drag Race. Kamusta yung pressure? Kasi syempre, ang taas ng expectation. I know. Highly anticipated ka to be part of Drag Race Philippines in season 1. How did you feel becoming part of the show now?
Malaki yung pressure talaga. Pero kasi, if malaki na yung pressure ng mga tao sa akin, pinakamalaking pressure na binibigay ko sa sarili ko. Because I want to excel. I want to do well for myself. So, I don't think parang, minsan naisip ko yun na parang, lalo na pag nag-bottom ako, shit, ano kaya sabihin ng mga tao? Oh my God. But at the same time, parang, handa ko kasing tanggapin when I fall short. Alam mo yun, I'm very ready to read myself to filth on the podcast pag nagkakamali ako. Lalo na si Baus Rufo, isang
Parang
malaking
nagigil
gatong
si
yan.
Boss Rufo sa'yo, ha?
So, okay lang siya sa akin. Alam mo, we make mistakes. Sometimes we fall short. And siguro more than the pressure, I was just excited to be there as a drag queen. Siyempre, biggest platform natin yon. But mostly, excited ako to be there as a fan. Parang, not everyone can say they can be part of their favorite television show.
Yeah, true. Hindi madali maging part ng Drag Race Philippines, ha?
Correct. Oh my God.
Akala niyo sobrang dali. Si Mix, hinintay niya yung 3 seasons para makapasok. At saka totoo yung sinasabi niya, yung expectations na yan. Drag Race should not and will never be defined any drag queen's excellence.
Correct.
Diba? And
Kasi ano
talent
siya
and all that.
Competition setting siya, tapos naka-lock in kayo. Hindi siya normal circumstance.
Siya
Kumbaga, how well you excel in real life, sa outside world, sa industry, hindi mo naman lagi madadala yun sa loob, given the circumstance.
Right. The real race happens after the show. Kaya magkita-kita tayong lahat.
Magkita-kita sa All-Stars. Cherise. Usap-usapan niya ngayon. Mainit na topic yung All-Stars. Ngayon
Kinakabahan
magkakaroon
ako.
nga ba?
Kung may invite na ako ng All-Stars or International.
Alam mo, for me, deserve. As one of the first queens sa Philippines that has gone international, feeling ko deserve mo mag-international.
Oh, Wow! Lalaban tayo dyan.
Tsaka, hindi joke yun, hindi basta-basta yun. Matagal ko na fina-follow si Briggs. As in, hindi pa ako nagdadraga, fina-follow ko na si Briggs.
Yeah.
So, nung time na nag-US tour ka, as in talagang, wow, wala pa sa ating gumagawa. Wala pa sa local drag queens that time gumagawa nun. And for you, na nagawa mo yon before Drag Race, before the pandemic. Tsaka, kung now, for example, no, season 1, nakilala ng mga tao, sinasabi nila, Minty Fresh yung face. Tapos ngayon, pati ako, sinabihan ni Minty Fresh na ako daw yung face. Nung time na yon, sinasabi ko sa inyo, time na yon, si Brigiding ang prototype ng drag face sa Pilipinas. Swear! As in, matagal ko na siyang I think nung na-feature kayo sa preview,
Yeah.
nung na-feature yung O-Diva sa preview, dun pa lang, oh my God, sino siya ang ganda niya? Finalaw na kita nun pa lang.
Nakikita ko si Minty Fresh, bagets na bagets pa to, as in nanonood din sa O-Bar. As in, nung una pa lang kilala ko na to, si Minty Fresh, si Mix Chanel. Grabe,
Fresh
grabe
ka pa
na yan.
ba?
Talagang inaabangan talaga yan. Okay, let's move on to our next photo.
Oh.
Spice Girls for Lenny and Kiko. Napanood ko to Spice Girls ka dito pero mag-isa ka lang dyan ha. Performing ka talaga.
Cute lang yung cute lang, nakita doon ako sa tagline, sa mga yung mga generator ng ng Lenny Kiko profile picture. But this was
Ever since into politics ka na? Talaga? Ever since you're into politics na?
Oo. Since college, kasi yung first theater org na sinalihan ko nung college was Ateneo Entablado, which is the socio-political theater organization sa Ateneo. And aside from putting up theater plays, marami kaming mga pakulo na parang sa gitna ng cafeteria, mag-acting-actingan kami ng political scene. Ganun yung culture namin nun sa org. And because of that organization, naging mulat ako sa political situation sa Philippines. And sinasabi nila, pag nagising ka na, hindi ka na pwedeng matulog ulit.
Right. Yeah,
So, since then, parang naging mas aware ako about Filipino politics. And paminsan-minsan nadadala ko siya into my drag. Yes, because drag is political.
Yes, and totoo yun ha. Drag is political. The act of doing drag is political.
Correct.
Kahit na hindi mo ipagsigawan dyan kung anong political side mo or hindi mo kailangan magdrama-drama about the politics.
Oo.
As long as you're doing drag in the
It's
first
already
place,
political.
it's already political in its sense. Lalo na sa Philippines, discriminated tayo
Yes.
mga bakla. So the
Girl.
act of dressing up and proving yourself to the world that you are beautiful and you are worthy of your own rights, you are already political.
Period.
Period. Okay, next.
Can I just say, ang ganda ng animation na OBB na to.
Thank you.
Hoy! Ba't naman ganon?
Kailangan nating isama tong part na to talaga. I really said na kailangan kasama yung
Ay,
parts of
wait.
life. Parts of life. Yung mga, oh girl, before you became Drag Race Philippines contender, ganyan na talaga yung mga post mo ever since, ha?
Hoy, paminsan-minsan lang pagbigyan nyo naman.
Yun na nga.
Hindi naman lagi-lagi.
Yun na nga. So, Mix Chanel. Grabe naman yung pagpapasexy mo sa mga photos na yun. Ilang taon ka nung nag-start mong matanggap yung sarili mo na I have to show off my body, myself. Kasi sobrang impactful din nun. Kahit ako nakikita ko yung mga post mo na nag-gym ka ng naka-nails.
Correct.
Cute yan. That's so fun.
Nagbubuhat ako pas naka-nails. Kaya mo yun. I grew up with with body image issues. Kasi, nung bata ako, isipin mo, maliit ako noon. Hindi pa ako nag-growth spurt. As in, maliit na maliit. Babakla, malambot, tapos payat pa. As in, so, nabubuli ako nun sa school na bakla ka, lampa, payatot. So, I grew up not liking my body. Not liking what I see in the mirror. Tapos, I think, 2019 or 2020, na-inspire ako mag-gym ng onte, magbuhat ng onte to improve my physique. Tapos, nakapagbuhat-buhat, na-enjoy ko na yung kung anong itsura ko. So, yun, parang, okay, ang tagal kong hini-hate yung itsura ko, it's time to celebrate it.
Right. And I love it. Very, very sexy. As in very, very on brand kayo ng mother mo na si Eva the Queen. Grabe din naman.
Ay,
Kung
girl.
maghubad.
Alam
ang
mo,
sexy,
hindi na nga siya mapigilan maghubad ngayon mula nung nagpa-puwet siya. Te, talagang lagit-lagi na lang.
Oo, hindi na nagpapadding, hindi na
Correct.
nagsa-stockings. I love it. Talagang body positivity.
Correct. Tsaka mas komportable, hindi mainit.
O hindi, tsaka very strong yung mga ganyang post ha. Nakaka-empower talaga yan.
Hala, may
Okay.
nag-send ng talong, hoy! Wow! Tsare!
Ayan na, gusto niyo ng talong. Yun yung next nating i-flash, talong ni Mix.
Ah, may bayad na.
Oo, may talong naman ng sinigang, di ba? Mix. Okay, next natin. Go. Congratulations, Fictional Spaces Spotlight. You won Spotlight, yung competition natin for drag during the pandemic. This is under Love Yourself.
Yes.
Kamusta yung time na yan?
Yung pagdadrag kasi, parang part siya ng New Year's resolution ko ng 2020. And one of the, yung una nag-inspire sa akin na ituloy talaga mag-drag, nung napanood ko yung Drag Cartel sa Nectar. So, before mag-pandemic, parang nag-ready na ako ng sarili ko na parang, okay, magka-cartel na tayo, ganyan. Magsa-start na ako mag-drag, sasali tayo ng cartel, and nag-lockdown. So, yung bakla, nakulong sa kwarto. Sa kwarto lang ako nagda-drag, and sa mga events ng Drag Playhouse at that time, actually, ito photo na to parang 3 or 4 months pa lang ako niyan na nagda-drag sa kwarto.
Wow! Girl, sobrang advanced.
Well, to be fair, makeup artist naman ako nun, so hindi naman siya.
Okay.
Pero yun, parang nag-drag ako sa kwarto, not really expecting, syempre pandemic, not really expecting anything to come out of it. Tapos nung sila Direk Kiko, nung nag-hold sila ng competition, spotlight, sabi ko, oh my God, ito na yata yung pandemic version ko ng cartel. So,
Yes.
sumali ako, and
Is this season 1 or season 2?
season 1.
Season 1. And
Yes.
your mother dito is si
Eva.
Si
Doon ko
na.
naging official drag mother si Eva. Kasi yung format niyan, para siyang The Voice, pero para sa mga draga. So may mga mentor camps.
Every week meron kayong categories and
Correct.
na kailangan i-perform. And you won that. Congratulations! Ever since winner na talaga si Mick Chanel, umpisa pa lang ng drag career niya, di ba? Winning
I like
na agad.
winning. It's a hobby of mine. Charot. Kami lang.
Mayroon akong tanong
Kinakabahan na ako dun sa next dahil dun sa isang picture, ha?
Meron akong tanong. Hindi. Actually, dito yung next question ko. Dito sa ating next photo. Let's go. Next video.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Diba? Effort.
Sa lang namin yan, sa hardin ng nanay ko.
Live stream on Kumu yan. So, one tile lang yan, pero may pa-set design.
Correct. Oh my God. Nakakamiss naman yung mga Kumu days. So this performance, siya, inspired by Carrie, yung horror movie.
Yeah. Ever since conceptual ka talaga mag-perform, I saw one of your performance ng Defying Gravity. Nag-iikot-ikot ka sa buong bahay mo, nasa hagdanan ka, di ba? Nanonood na ako nung mga time na yan. Nung time na to, how do you feel being in the pandemic and you're still doing drag?
Actually, noong 2021, nagkaroon ako ng depressive period.
Talaga?
Yeah, kasi, ayun, nag-isang taon na tayo in the pandemic. Tapos, I think bandang December, January, lumuluwag na uli yung lockdown. So, may mga bars na nag-open up. So, syempre, ako parang isang taon na akong frustrated drag queen sa kwarto. Umaasa na ako na, oh my God, sana makapag-audition na ako, sana makapag-perform na ako sa labas. Nung nag-lockdown uli nung March ng 2021, super na-depress ako nun. As in, parang nawalan ako ng gana. And I also left my full-time work nung time na yun. So, as in talagang parang, I got really depressed. Kasi, ayun, parang sabi ko, ano ba yan? Isang taon ko na nga tinatrabaho to, wala pa rin sa akin yung pangarap kong maging drag queen, live performer. Parang akala ko, akala ko paparating na siya, may napanalunan na ako, may napatunayan na ako, ready na ako sumabak sa industriya talaga.
Nalo ka na nga eh.
Oo, tapos parang, lockdown ulit. Parang siyang, kumbaga parang yung mga pinapangarap ko, lumayo na naman. Andiyan na mahahawakan mo na biglang, uy, asa na naman tayo. So I got really depressed noong 2021. Pero nung na-meet ko, actually sa Kumu ako nakapag-bounce back era noon.
Yes!
Nung bounce back ulit, sarap. Nung nung time na yon, nung nauso yung mga live performances on Kumu, naging siya, new avenue for me to practice
Yeah.
and perform para sa yung time na makapag-perform na ako live. Kumbaga, i-practice ko lang na i-practice yung gusto kong gawin.
Kung meron ka maya advice sa mga younger generations of drag dito sa Philippines na hindi rin nila alam kung saan sila magsisimula, saan sila magpe-perform dahil wala namang nightclubs or drag clubs sa mga sa mga areas or provinces nila. What can you advise them?
Ako, oh my God, eto, alam kong maraming drag queen magsasabi na to. This is the best advice. Tigil nyo yan! Charot! Kailangan, charot. Gawin nyo lang ng gawin. If you want to do it, it means it's for you. Yun lang naman yun eh. Kailangan kasi, ang drag kasi, malaking gastos yan, dear. As in, marami kang ipupundar sa pagdadraga bago ka makatikim ng unang tip mo, bago ka makatikim ng unang TF mo na makakaluwag-luwag ka. As in, pag pinasok mo yung drag, hindi mo siya pwedeng pasukin agad as work. Hindi mo siya pwedeng expect agad na, trabaho ko na to. Kailangan manggaling muna siya sa puso, kailangan manggaling siya sa passions mo. And ayun, if nasa puso mo siya, if nandun yung kagustuhan mong gawin, gawin mo lang ng gawin. And sometimes the opportunities don't come to you. You have to make your own opportunities.
Wow.
So kung ibig sabihin nun, kailangan mo mag-perform sa covered court ng barangay mo, gawin mo. Mali mo, may abutan ka ng tip doon, di ba?
Or dun ka ma-discover. And
Oo.
look at what Mix did, di ba? Hindi niya hinayaan yung pangyayari ng pandemic na ihinto siya sa pagdadrag. Tinuloy niya, kahit na sa napakaliit na tile ng Kumu, tinuloy niya yung pagdadrag niya. And
Correct,
look at her now, nasa worldwide television na siya.
Parang wala pa kaming 2 centimeters sa cellphone yun, pero todo bigay kami mag-perform.
Pero grabe yung ginawa ng Kumu, di ba? Doon tayo nakasurvive nung pandemic.
Oo. Parang after 2020, panahon ng FB Live.
Right.
Noong 2021, naging panahon siya ng Kumu. And nagkaroon tayo ng mga kanya-kanyang talk show, kanya-kanyang pakulo, kanya-kanyang live show sa Kumu nung time na yon.
So, kailangan mo na talagang hanapin yung platform na para sa'yo.
Correct.
Or kung saan ka muna magsa-start.
Correct.
Maraming salamat, Kumu.
Thank you, Kumu!
We love that for you.
Kumut Couture.
Kumut Couture. Oy, ang ganda ng kumut mo kagabi, ha?
Thank you. Oh my God. Grabe
Okay.
yun.
Okay, let's go on to the next video.
Oh my God.
Anong song ito, Right now.
Nakaka-full circle siya bigla.
Oo nga, ang full circle.
So for this performance, I was doing the parts ni Elphaba.
Right.
And I remember, kasi for this round, assigned sa amin yung songs.
Oo.
Tapos sa una sabi ko pa kay Eva noon, parang, Ma, bakit ito naman yung binigay mo sa akin? Ang taas na expectation ng mga tao sa song na to. Defying Gravity na. Especially, iconic na sa O-Bar yan.
Right.
Pinipiyesa na yan sa O-Bar nung
Oo.
pre-pandemic. Sabi ko, Ma, bakit itong song? Ang taas masyado. Parang ang taas masyado ng expectations ng tao.
Hirap.
Sabi niya sa akin, ang advice sa akin ni Eva noon, gawin mong atake mo. Wag mong isipin na kailangan mong mag-green, wag mong isipin na kailangan mong sumabit kung saan-saan. Gawin mong atake mo. And in that way, if it's your original concept, hindi ka pwedeng i-compare ng mga tao sa how it's being done sa Broadway, how it's being done sa O-Bar. And that was one of the best advices that Eva gave me. So, nung inupuan ko yung song, nung in-interpret ko siya, it became, for me, the song meant my love letter to drag. Na parang, drag was my way of defying gravity. Drag was my way of finding greatness. So throughout the performance, makita nyo ako, nakastart ako out of drag, out of drag, but as a boy. Tapos, I transformed through the song and I spread my wings and I become a drag superhero throughout the performance. So, naka-full circle siya na Elphaba ako before, Glinda na ako now.
Yeah, I think napanood ko to. Nanalo ka ba sa episode ito?
Yes.
Diba? Congratulations, full circle moment to doing Wicked Kita yesterday and being one of the top queens as Glenda.
Thank you.
Congratulations!
Oh my
Grabe.
God.
Sobrang special ng mga moments na ganyan, no? Yung babalik ka tapos, I'm doing the same thing. I'm almost doing the same thing. And yun yung, dun mo makikita na I am on the right path.
Correct.
Di ba?
My gosh, sobrang kakaibang experience ng Drag Race Philippines talaga. It's the most validating but also the most humbling experience.
Right. Yeah. Very, very humbling experience.
Oh naman!
For real. And talagang you feel so successful na pinagdaanan mo siya. Yun yung masarap na pakiramdam dun na pinagdaanan ko to na sa lahat ng seasons ng Drag Race, there's like 12, 11 queens. Ilan yun? 24 plus 11, 35. 35 queens.
Calculated ako pero mabagal ako sa math. Sorry na.
35 queens lang ang napabilang sa buong Drag Race Philippines. So, hindi siya madali. And to be part of Drag Race alone is one big thing already in our industry.
Validating siya kasi parang just the fact na pumasok ka, it means you're already successful. Pero pag nandun ka na, pag nakahanay ka na sa ibang mga successful din, yun yung humbling part na parang, okay, maybe I'm not as good as I thought, or maybe parang, kumbaga marami pa akong, kahit na successful ako, nakapasok ako dito, marami pa akong kailangang matutunan sa sarili ko.
Right. And di naman talaga important. Kaya nga, I said on my exit episode, on my last episode, that learning is the new winning. Kasi
Correct.
ang dami mong matututunan sa Drag Race. That's why it's one of the most successful shows in the whole world.
Correct.
Winning a lot of Emmy Awards. Grabe yung power and impact ng Drag Race sa buong mundo. Not just for drag artists, but to the whole community.
Correct. Ang daming taong hindi nagda-drag, ang daming taong hindi nga bakla na nag-resonate with the show. And it just goes to show the impact that us drag artists can have on the world.
Wow! Palakpakan
And
na talaga si
I
Vic
thank
Chanel!
you! Charot!
Mag-cheers muna tayo dyan dahil dyan
Cheers!
tapos na ang ating say-mo segment.
A throwback ng mga
Oo.
pictures and videos.
Grabe, sobrang dami naming nalaman sa history mo ha. In fairness naman sa'yo.
Hoy! Baka ma-inspire yung mga viewers mag-stalk. Mahirap na yan. Charot.
Oo. Ang guest natin sa ating next episode ay si Popstar Bench!
Oh my God! Exciting. We love Popstar Bench.
I love Popstar Bench.
Nakatayo.
Nakapa. May isa pa tayong game, Mick Chanel.
Oh my God.
Grabe, ang fruity-fruity ng episodes natin, no?
Fruity.
Okay. Ang ating next game, ang gagawin natin ay magsi-speed dial tayo ng isang taong napakalapit sa buhay mo.
Okay.
So please, wag na yung nag-guess sa The Brand or I'm sure nanonood ng The Brand. Yung pwede nating i-prank call.
Sino ba? Wag na si J. Queen. Marami na siyang airtime. Charot.
Mag-prank call tayo ng isa sa mga very, very close to you.
Si Mama Pao. Charot.
Si Regina o si Baus. Nanonood ba si Baus?
Hindi. Mahirap po to in yun eh. Tsaka alam kasi ni Boss na pupunta ako dito today.
Oo nga.
Alam ko na.
Sino yan?
Para within the Drag Race community pa rin.
Okay.
Matilda tayo.
Okay, sige. Bigyan natin ng chance si Matilda.
Tawagan natin si Matilda.
Nanonood ba si Matilda?
Feeling ko nga hindi niya alam na nandito ako today, so bonus yun.
Sige. Let's have Matilda, nag-iisa.
Calling.
Itapat mo lang yung mic mo dun sa sa mouthpiece.
Sis, Mati.
Yes?
Minessage ka daw ni Chai kanina.
Wait lang.
Ano kasi, pinapasabi niya sa akin kasi hindi niya alam paano sabihin sa'yo.
Okay.
Alam mo yung plastic show natin sa October?
Yeah.
Kasi 'di ba sinali si Pangina. May budget cuts daw sis. Tatanggalin daw tayo sa show.
Oh, okay.
Sure ka okay lang sa'yo?
Kahit mas mababang TF, hindi kayo. Tsare, joke lang.
Aapiran ka daw ni Eva.
Keri kulo.
Hi, Mati! Welcome to Brigading the Brand!
Oy, grabe, ang bait ni Mati. I-video mo. Ay, ano to, mobile call?
Naka-mobile call. Hi, Mati!
Hi, Mati.
Hello.
How are you, Mati? Nagulat ka ba? Or do you know this already?
Sorry.
Kamusta ka? Hello, Mati. How are you?
Medyo kinabahan ako.
Ano kinakabahan siya. Parang highly anticipated sa kanya yung show.
Actually, kaya kita tinawagan sis kasi alam kong ikaw yung mauuto ko.
Mati, uto-uto.
Love you sis. Buti gising ka tonight.
We love you, Mati.
Ready to go out. Charot.
Love you sis. Bye-bye.
Love you. Hello sa the brand. Guys,
Thank you, Mati. We love you. I love Mati. Very, very nice.
Kore, oh my God.
Wow. Grabe, nakaisip agad ng prompt no?
Siyempre kasi, prepared. Charot.
Oo, prepared talaga.
Inisip ko agad sino kaya mga pwede kong tawagan. Kasi, pag si J. Quinn, alam niyan dito ako today. Actually, alam na yung mga season 3 sisters ko,
Oo, alam na
ina-expect
nila
naman dito ako
yan.
today. Pero si Mati kasi, Mati is my sister from Playhouse now. Tapos, madalas ko siya makasama sa gig. And, mahal ko siya, pero utu-utu siya minsan. So, para maganda yung episode natin today, utuin natin si Mati.
Oo, very sweet si Mati.
Yes.
O, diba? Tatanggap siya kahit appear lang daw kay Eva. Pakapag-perform lang dun sa show. O, i-promote ko na nga yung show na yun. Ang ganda nun.
So,
Excited ako dun.
in October, pupunta po dito si Plastic. Actually, magkakaroon tayo ng Global Domination Experience. We have Plastic Tiara, Pangina, Eva La Queen, and Marina Summers in one show. Of course, kasama ako, Minty Fresh, Matilda, Miss Jade. I think Kiana and J. Quinn are also there. And we have Emperadora and Destruxia. Kung may nakalimutan ako, sorry lang sis, memory loss. Charot. And Miss Izzy Extra. Yes, and Odiva.
Wow!
So yan, so kung free po kayo sa October, we're selling tickets now. And sabihin nyo kay Mati yung TF niya appear. Charot.
Grabe, sobrang sobrang bongga ng show na yan. Excited ako manood niyan.
Kasi kahit ako din naman, tatanggap ako na appear para sa show na yun.
Ako, hindi. Oy, pero ang ganda nun. Excited ako sa show na yan. Gusto ko mapanood yan.
Girl, Plastic.
Plastic Tiara and Pangina. Here.
Anong next natin?
Okay, ang next natin gagawin is...
Excited ako.
ang next natin gagawin is, I'm just steering it. Okay.
Oh.
Kailangan mo lang sagutin yung mga tanong natin. Pero kung ayaw mo sagutin yung tanong, magsha-shot ka lang or magsisip ka lang ng ating I'm just steering it cocktail.
Hala,
Okay.
Ito na nga ang tunay na chismis.
Tapos, pagkasagot mo, magre-ring ka lang ng bell natin para to lock in your questions. Kasi pag di mo nilock in yung questions mo, pwede siyang nakawin sa'yo or pwede mong palitan.
Hala. May competition pa rin hanggang ngayon.
Oh. Okay. Your favorite queen from season 3?
As a fan, as a viewer, Kiana.
Oh. Do you want to be a drag queen or a fashion model?
Drag queen.
Who is your most inspirational drag queen?
Oh my God. Career-wise, Trixie Mattel.
Performing live on stage or in front of a camera?
Live on stage.
Sinong mas mabait sa inyo ni J. Queen?
Ako! Sure na!
Favorite Philippine drag race judge?
John Santos.
Wow! Deserve ba ni Zimba ang win niya last episode?
Deserve!
Marami
Marami kumukontra pero for me, deserve.
Deserve!
Pero
Palakpakan
paano pabalato na lang,
natin.
sis? Zimba pabalato na lang, yung buhok maganda, di ba?
Oo, naka 100,000 siya doon.
Oo nga, 100K in one episode, Zimba, baka naman.
Oy, thank you, Mix Chanel.
Tapos na!
Yes!
Tapos na! Ayoko, hindi ako uuwi. Dito lang ako.
As a spoiled brat.
Hindi, dito lang ako. More questions. Charot.
Oh, Mark. Wait. Sige, pagbigyan natin yung audience natin. Meron ba kayong tanong para kay Mix Chanel? Vanna,
Ayan na.
Para kay
Marami
Mix
na naghahanap ng
Chanel.
chismis
Isa
dyan.
lang, dali.
O, tingnan mo, extend. Extend po kasi late ka rin. Bakit ka late? Sorry. Ay, hindi. Ako pala yung late. Sorry. Sorry akin.
Game. Vanna, meron ka bang question for Mix Chanel? Anything
Meron dito.
under the sun? Ay, may nagtatanong dito, nag-aurahan ba kayo ni Baus ever?
Sis, kahit lie detector nyo pa ako, hindi ako nakaramdam ng libog kay Baus Rufo ever. Lock in.
Okay, ito si Sai. Come in. Sige, sumama ka dito mag-ay. Ang ganda ni Mick Chanel, oh.
Kung magkakalab kayo ni Brigading ng performance, what song ang ipe-perform?
Ay!
If we're gonna be performing in one stage as a duet, anong gagawin nating kanta?
Kailangan Broadway yan for sure.
Sige.
Kailangan Broadway yan.
Sige, let's see.
Isa sa mga iconic female duet sa akin, from Rent, Take Me or Leave Me.
Take me or leave
Parang
me.
masaya siya,
Exciting.
From Rent, right?
Sige. Gagawa tayo ng paraan para ma-perform natin yan para kay Sai. Maraming salamat, Mick Chanel. I love you so much.
Thank you.
Grabe, nag-grow yung love ko kay Mick Chanel even before Drag Race Philippines and lalo nitong Drag Race Philippines. So I'm very
Thank you.
excited for you and what you do for the community and your courage in sharing your story to the world. Maraming salamat. I love you so much.
Bitin ako! Ano ba yan? Ang bilis naman! But thank you, Briggs. Thank you for having me. And thank you, Kumu, for doing this, for giving the queens another platform to showcase the person behind the artist. I think importante yun na
Yes.
malaman ng mga tao na hindi lang tayo artista, hindi lang tayo drag queen sa TV. Malalim ang pinanguhugutan ng bawat drag artist sa kanilang mga buhay. And
Right.
this is one of those platforms where we can recognize that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mick Chanel. Aabangan namin kung ano pang mga gagawin mo sa Drag Race Philippines. And after the show, because you've always been doing that, maraming salamat po sa mga nanonood
Diamond
natin.
shower yan siya.
Thank you. Mick Chanel, i-invite mo naman yung mga audience natin kung saan ka po namin pwedeng mapanood at supportahan.
Yes, so you can follow me on my social media. It's at mix.chanel or at mixchanel on all platforms. That's myx.chanel or myxchanel kung illiterate kayo. Charot. And of course, you can follow Bekenemen Pod. We have a podcast. Kung wala kayong time or malayo kayo sa viewing parties, but you can also visit the Bekenemen viewing parties. Actually, visit and support all of the viewing parties all over the Philippines because the more viewing parties we have, the more platforms we have for all queens. And ayun, marami akong asikakasi bakla, marami akong kung saan nyo ako makikita. Minsan nga may nagpapicture sa akin sa Uniqlo. So, find me everywhere. I'm very open to taking pictures to everyone. So, kung saan nyo ako makita, go picture tayo, carry yan.
Oh, maraming salamat. Supportahan natin si Mick Chanel and the rest of our Season 3 queens from Drag Race Philippines. Kasi for sure, pabongga na pabongga and they're making sure that Drag Race Philippines Season 3 is the best season. Yeah.
Even, kumbaga parang if I take myself out of the equation as a fan, nung nandun ako sa loob, nakikita ko yung mga nangyayari, girl, kung sa tingin nyo nagpasabog na kami, girl, marami pang aabangan.
Wow! And also, please, sa September 29, Brigading Cake is happening in Rampa. Nag-guest na sa akin dyan si Mick
Oh
Chanel.
my God, sobrang, alam nyo, kinaabangan ko rin yung cake. Pag yung nakapunta, inaabangan ko yung mga videos nyo. Sobrang ganda lagi ng cake show. As in.
Thank you. I will have you again next time, okay? I will have you again there, Mick Chanel.
Narinig nyo yun Narinig nyo yun Tantusan to.
Sino nga yung mga guests natin? Si Katana, Salmonella, Felicia Ding, Indigo, Aris Knight, Turing, and Malaya.
Kailan to?
Sa September 29, if you're not doing anything, please watch.
Paki-check yung kalendar. Si Merx.
si Merx.
Oh my God, paki-check yung kalendaryo ko. Gusto ko manood na to. Oh my God.
Oh my God, exciting yan. And also, yung tickets are available at brigadingcake.helixpay.ph. So please, supportahan niyo po yung mga venues natin and mga drag shows natin aside from the viewing parties. Our next guest dito sa Brigading the Brand ay ang nag-iisang nakatayo.
Pero dito sa show, siya ay nakaupo.
Popstar Bench! For sure, magiging exciting na naman ang ating fun-filled episode next week. Thursday again, 6:30 p.m. Na late lang po kami ng konti kanina, but 6:30 p.m. next week. Live here on Kumu!
Thank you, Kumu!
Thank you so much again, Mix. I love you, and I'm so, so proud of you and the relationship we have. I look up to you and continue to inspire more and more and more, not just drag artists, but people around the world with your story and what you do for the community.
Thank you, Briggs, for having me here. I've looked up for you for years. Alam mo yan. And thank you so much for having me on the brand. This is a very important platform for the queens to show who they really are behind the drag artist. So thank you for doing this. And
Aw.
congratulations to you and Kumu.
Maraming salamat. I am so proud of you being part of Drag Race Philippines Season 3, and watching you is not just a joy but an amazing time for all of us. Maraming salamat po, Kumu, for co-producing the show. Please watch out our live tapings every Thursday, 6:30 p.m. here on Kumu for the uncut version of this episode. And shout out to Drag Scene Stand posting on Facebook and House of Ding. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Keep commenting kung ano gusto niyo makita, gawin namin dito sa aming episodes, at kung sino pa yung gusto niyo mapanood na i-guest namin dito. Dahil binabasa namin lahat yan. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe to our channel. I'll see you again next week. Only here on Brigading the Brand Season 2.
Bye!
I love you guys. Mwah.